Hey you guys, it's Peter, and welcome to my channel, Peterisms, where I tell stories of my life, and we do dog stuff. Yep, stories of my life, and just little things that I've learned as I've grown into the person that I am today. And he is scratching at me, he wants my attention. I just went and got my hair cut. It is actually Thursday. I'm getting ready to go to Phoenix tomorrow, and I wasn't gonna pre-film any videos, but we're kind of sitting around waiting to go to the kennel, to go to the hotel. They're gonna go see their Aunt Tanya. They're so excited. And so I was like, you know what? I'm gonna pre-film a couple videos while I'm just sitting here. I don't have anything else to do. I'm like, my laundry's in the washing machine, and I'm just kind of ready to go. And I got up early this morning and I got so much stuff done. And I thought, well, when in doubt, why not read some more meditations and do a meditation video? So I actually just went through Starbucks and I reviewed this nitro honey, I don't know, salted coffee. It's not bad. It's just, it tastes like regular coffee to me. Come here, Boo Radley. He said, what are we doing, Dad? Well, we're gonna read some meditations. Did you have fun outside? Did you run around? Did you chase the bunny rabbits? Look at Tucker's ears. Did you chase the bunny rabbits outside? You did? And you had so much fun? Because it's such a beautiful day outside. It is so sunny outside today. Okay, here, we're gonna go over here, boo-boo. And I'm sure that you're gonna scratch for days. Okay, I have all of my meditation books. Well, not all of them. I don't have the Melody Beatty ones, but all of them that I keep in the bathroom. So we're just gonna kind of go through these, and today's the 5th, but you'll be watching this on the 6th. I'm gonna randomly just, Tucker's like, oh no, not that one, Dad. I'm gonna randomly pick one out. Let's do The Joy of Living. This is from March 5th, and this is from the Daily Book of Positive Quotations. Okay. March 5th, Joy in Living. When you arise in the morning, give thanks for the food and for the joy of living. If you see no reason for giving thanks, the fault lies only in yourself. Chief Tecumseh. Starting the day with a positive thought sets the tone for everything that follows. Instead of focusing on our troubles and worries, we can think about our blessings. How lucky we are to have a warm, dry place to sleep, good food to eat, nice clothes to wear, a job to go to, family and friends to support us, a new day to enjoy, fresh air to breathe, and most of all, how lucky we are just to be alive. I will take a few minutes today when I first wake up to think about the many good things in my life. I love that meditation. It's fantastic. And you know, if you watch my vlog, you know I'm not somebody that typically gets up early. I'm just not. I'm a night owl, and I love to stay up late at night, and I love to sleep in. I sleep in every single day, and I have amazing life where I get to do that, right? You know, that I get to work the schedule that I want to and get up when I want to and things like that. But you know, last night I went to bed early and listened to my audiobook before I went to bed, and got up today and got a lot of stuff done. And people always ask me, they're like, well, you love it when you get up early, so why don't you do it more often? And I'm like, well, I do, but I love being up late at night too, you know? But I woke up this morning and I had gotten a great night's sleep, and I was in such a fantastic mood, and I put these eye things on, and I made a cup of coffee, and I was just like, you know, talking out loud to my higher power, and I was doing like a gratitude list in my head and things like that. Hold on guys, let me get my coffee. And I just was like, I felt so full of gratitude and blessing this morning. Tucker's like, I want to smell it, Dad. You would not like that. You would not like it. I was just in such a great mood, you know? And there are days that I wake up that I'm not in such a great mood, you know? There are days that I wake up and I'm just really, really struggling with seeing things from a negative point of view or from a pessimistic point of view. Boo Radley, are you gonna find the... He does that, but then he never stays where he digs. You know, so some days I really, really struggle with trying to be in a positive headspace and trying to, you know, see things from a positive point of view. And gratitude and practicing gratitude really, really gets me there some days, you know, and being like, it's such a beautiful day outside, and, you know, it's great to be alive. I feel so blessed for my health. I feel so blessed for my home. I feel so blessed for my family, my husband, my dogs, my sobriety. You know, and I go through this whole list, and by the end of it, it's like, it's really hard to... What are you doing? Little heads, little faces. I call them little faces. By the end, it's really hard, you know, when going through all that, to not just be like, wow, like what blessing I have, you know, in my life. And so, yeah, I think it's a great meditation. It's a great reminder. Okay. What should we read next, huh? What should we read from next? This one, Forgiving and Moving On? Well, we'll see if it says anything good. Oh, I pulled it right open to the meditation. And I actually read from this for earlier today, the Life is an Adventure one. But let's go to March 7th, which is when you'll be, well, no, that'll be Saturday. Love. I love to be in love. Don't you love to be in love? I just love the idea of love. I love everything about love, you know? Today I accept that love is not a sentiment, but an energy. When I see love in a sentimental context, I wait for the situation to appear before I allow myself to experience the feeling. The energy of love is always available to me. I can consciously allow it to pass through me and surround me. I can wrap myself in an experience of love and send it out to others. I can call on this energy in times of need and use it to heal myself physically, mentally, and spiritually. When I think and feel love, I connect with those energies around me. I allow myself to be with a loving universe. What I feel inside is my business. Why not give love a try in the privacy of my own mind and heart? I attract an energy of love. Love heals. Love is the most powerful known stimulant to the immune system. Bernie Siegel. What do you think of that, boo? You come over here? You come over here with me? He's like, I jumped over to the ottoman, but now I want to come back over with you. You know what's interesting is the one commonality between all of these books that I have been reading on this channel, which, by the way, I don't know that I've announced this yet, but the March book for the Petersons channel is You Are a Badass by Sincero, which I've heard really, really great things about. So I'll be reading that at some point this month, and you can feel free to read it along with me if you want. That's the book for. So if you don't know, over here on this channel, I've decided to read like one motivational, inspirational self-help book a month, and then just kind of discuss it in my vlogs. And that way, at the end of the year, I've read 12, self-help books. I don't love the word self-help. I don't know why. I just, it feels kind of like a corny 80s word to me. I like being motivated and inspired. You do too? Oh, he's sneezing? Bless you, buddy. Bless you. But anyway, and then at the end of the year, I've read 12 books, right? But between the 4 agreements, the, Celestine Prophecy, The Secret, all of the books that Make Your Bed, all of the books that I've read is this idea of, The Proof of Heaven by Dr. Eben Alexander. This idea of the undercurrent of love being the language that we should speak in all that we do. And this current of love running, through everything that we do, almost like an electrical current, And I guess, I've always loved the idea of love and compassion and things like that. But I never really thought about applying, like, in all honesty, I really didn't, on making a conscious effort to apply love. Bless you. You okay? To make a conscious effort to apply love to everything that I do. To bless you, honey. You got sneezes. To apply love to everything that I do, to bless you. He says, Dad, I got my bad allergies. But to really look at, love as a life force. And it's something that I've really been trying to do lately. This poor little guy has got such bad sneezes. But I've really been trying to look at everything. I've now got the giggles. I've tried to look at everything from this point of view of love, and just to love, to do things with love, to speak with love, to act with love, to forgive with love, to, whatever I'm doing, am I passionate about it? Is it something that I love doing? And to take love in several different contexts and looking at it that way. And it's really made me think, in a different, perspective of how I looked at things before. I'm trying to think of a specific example. I think in talking to people, and before I would just be like, hey, how are you, blah, 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 whatever. But really in having an intention of love when I talk to people and saying, these dogs do not want me to make this video today. Tucker's pawing at me like this, and Boo Radley's building a house back there. But, if I call somebody up and just being hey, how's your day going? And really asking somebody what's going on with them and listening, actively listening and being intent on what's going on with them and just really focusing on what's going on with them and, really, and letting people know, I love you. My friend Tanya and we realized this a couple years ago that we rarely ever said that to each other, like, I love you. And we started it, and we don't ever part ways now without saying I love you, whether it's on the phone and whether we talk to each other 5 times a day or whether it's in person or whatever, we always say it, you know, because it's important to remember that. And you never know when is going to be the last time you see somebody. But not only that, I think, you know, we say that a lot with, like, you don't know what's going to happen with somebody, so make sure that you say everything you want to say to them, and I agree with that sentiment, right? But at the same time, you don't ever know the condition of the next time that you're going to see somebody. And what I mean by that is you don't know that, you know, that something's not going to happen, that, you know, somebody's going to lose their job, or somebody's going to go through a divorce, or where are you at? He's jumping all over the place up there. I mean, we just don't know, you know what I mean? Or that they won't have gone through something really hard, some hardship. And so it's like you want that person to know where you stand, you know? And I don't have tons of people in my life. I only have, you know, a close group of friends and family that I feel very blessed to have. But all of them know how much I care about them, and I know how much they care about me, and I think it's important. It's really, really important to let the people in our lives know how much they mean to us on a regular basis, if not a daily basis, you know? And it's not just in saying it. And for me, I am such a person that, like, I mean, I say things over, I mean, I say I love you a lot, but it's also the actions that back that up, you know? Like, do you treat me like you love me? Is it in your actions? And I think that's a lot of what it's talking about. Okay, let's pick one more. Let's pick The Nightlight, a book of nighttime meditations by Amy Dean. Let's see. Let's just randomly pick one in here from March around this time. Let's see. Okay, this is March 5th. Remember that you may have and not, March 5th. Remember that you may have and not have. You may receive a property and not enjoy it. You may inherit wealth and not use it. To grasp the great promises of what God can do for you is the way to possess the possessions and realize the wealth. H.C.G. Moule. There is so much we have that we take for granted. We seem to focus more upon material things and the wonders of what we already possess. Today, we may have wished for more clothes or more money or a bigger house. We may believe more material things will make us better, more powerful, or happier. Yet we own a wealth of things we never had to buy. We can survive with these things and become a better person. We can take more control of our life and add to our happiness. We were given these things without working overtime or taking out a second mortgage. The wealth we have within us is a gold mine. The wealth we have within us is a gold mine of health, intelligence, and faith. Without these God-given gifts, we are poor in mind, spirit, and body. With these gifts, we truly do have more than money can buy. Do I realize the value of my mind, health, and faith? I can give thanks for these gifts and learn to appreciate them more. I think I have been happiest in my life when I had the least. And I think that's because I don't know that I didn't want for more. I think I truly did want for more, you know? But I also, you know, I grew up being very blessed. I grew up, you know, coming from a family where I didn't want for a lot. So then later in life, when, you know, I'm working, making minimal wage, and, you know, I'm having, like, such a great time in my life. I didn't really want for those things I had when I grew up, because what I realized was that they didn't really matter anyway. They were nice. I'm appreciative of having had them, but they didn't make my life whole. You know, some of my best times in life were when I just was, like, scraping money together, you know, to, like, just go, I don't know, to go get a cheeseburger somewhere or something, you know? And I think about that a lot. I think about when I first got sober and, like, how much meeting coffee meant to me. You know, just a free cup of really good coffee, how much that meant to me. And, you know, I don't care how peaceful, how serene, how full of gratitude I get. I will always have things I take for granted in my life. You know, I think every day I take my marriage for granted, you know? And I think I take my friends and my family for granted, probably. I think we all do. You know, I think we could all do more of being really, truly grateful. And so I think the commonality of all three of these meditations is look at what you have and, you know, and be really, really grateful for it. Practice that gratitude over and over and over. And it's not always just about, you know, like the Magic book by Rhonda Byrne talks about, like, if you practice gratitude, you will receive more, okay? But, like, I think also it's about when you practice gratitude, you get to keep what you already have. You know what I mean? And I had a friend of mine when I first got sober, and he said this prayer, and I love this prayer, positive affirmation or whatever, but he used to say, help me to want what I already have. And I love that meditation, and I say it all the time, right? Help me to want what I already have. I don't need a bunch of stuff. Do I like it? Sure. I like nice things like everybody else, don't get me wrong. But do I need it? No. And I need to stay in the difference between what I need and what I want, you know? Because I think that's where truth exists. I also think for me, you know, it's like, what are the things that truly, truly bring me happiness? And what I know today is that the experiences of my life are truly, truly what make me happiest. You know, playing games with a friend, or, you know, like going and getting a good cup of coffee with somebody. Tony and I the other night, we went to IHOP, and we just had such a blast, just like sitting there. We hadn't been to IHOP in a while, you know. I mean, I don't know. It was like a $10 dinner for both of us, if that. And we just had such a great time, you know. And we just sat there and talked forever, and then we drove around laughing and singing to music, you know. I'm going to visit Mel this weekend, which, yes, it's expensive to take a trip like that, but I'm really excited to see her, you know, and I've never met her. It's like, I'm excited not about the trip as I am about the time spending with her, you know, and that's what I love about the time with my husband that I get to spend, or just like watching the dogs run around outside, or just today has been such a fantastic day of just being able to be relaxed and being peaceful and serene, you know. And I think for me, it's about staying in gratitude and being thankful for those things, being thankful for the things I already have, not for always constantly wanting more, you know? And I think the times in my life, there's been time, I mean, like, there's always something that I want, okay? I mean, I keep a list in my phone of things I want. I'm not like the most peaceful person in the world, and they're all material things, right? But at the same point, they're not things I have to have. And I look at things in my life, like, there are times that I've had to have this, had to have that, or I felt that way, right? Where I'm like, do I think it's gonna fix something for me? Like, do I really think that, like, having that thing is gonna make me feel a different way? Because if I do, or if that's the case, that once I have that thing, because listen, we've all done that, where we buy something, we think, like, if we own that, it's gonna make us feel better, or we're gonna be happier, or whatever, and then, like, it sits in a bag over there, and, like, you don't really do anything with it. You know, we've all done that at some point or another, right? No matter if it's, like, I don't know, a Kraft from Michaels or a Louis Vuitton purse. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think really the item or the amount matters. We've all done it. And what I think that I've realized in retrospect is that it's the internal work that I need to be doing on why I think something external is going to fix that. Now, if I'm working on myself inside, like I was talking about my friend on here last week, if I'm working on myself inside, right, and I'm working on that peace and that serenity, I can have all the things I want in the world. I can have all the material things I want as long as I'm working on this. But what and this is just for me, but what I don't want, right, is to want all of this stuff, because I think all of this stuff is gonna fix inside of me. I have met some truly, truly wealthy people. I mean, hundreds of millions of dollars, right? That on the inside are so empty and cold. It's not fixing anything. It's not, you know, and it's sad. It's sad because a lot of that work that we can do on our outside or on our inside that would make us happy doesn't cost anything, you know? Anyway, let me know what you guys think about those meditations. I love you, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.